Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the soap, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video I'm gonna be doing a life updates video, as you can tell by the title obviously. So first and foremost, I would like to reintroduce myself, or let me just say introduce myself again. So I am not Pretty V. That was my that's a name that I was given by my friend because I love singing. And okay, the whole name is Pretty Vibrations. Okay, so because I love singing, that's how she gave me that name. So I then shortened it to Pretty V, and then I used it. So now I see like there are a lot of Pretty V's. Like, that's not me also. So my name is Sibongakonke Msibi. I am 16 years old. I turned 16 on February 7, and I will tell you more along the video as the video continues. Okay, so Pretty V, I was using that name because I love singing. My channel was supposed to be me singing, but clearly I need practice because I can sing very well, but I need practice. I need a lot of practice, like, and my vocal cords are toasted, so that's something I need to fix. And there are no voice doctors anywhere near here where I live, so it's fine, I'm not there. But I was using the Pretty V name. You know, I can say I was hiding me. I was hiding the real me. I didn't want to show it on camera, but I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it, so I had to fix that first. Hence why I haven't been posting for so long. I had to fix myself, like know myself more, because I was hiding myself. I even forgot who I am, guys. Like, whoo, it's very rough, yo. So like I said, my name is Sibongakonke Msibi. I am 16 years old, and in today's video is going to be a life updates video ever since the last video I posted, or just my life general. So I would start with last year. Problems started like coming to, like they came, you know, like they came last year around May, April, somewhere there. So I was in grade 10 last year. First month, January, everything was fine, no excited. February, March, April, I don't know, I just started to feel like depressed, with anxiety, along with anxiety, you know, overthinking, afraid, very fearful, you know. And then that made me shut down, you know. I shut down. I didn't want people near me. I wanted to be alone, you know. But when I go to people, I would be smiling. I was hiding behind my smile, you know. Nobody knew what's going on with me. Just happy me, pretending, hiding. Nobody could see the inside of me, of how was I feeling, you know. And then my depression was caused by things that are happening here at home and at school. You know, well, school, yeah, school, I'm just gonna say school. So here at home, there's constant conflicts, fighting, bickering, and it was a lot. It was a lot, mostly because it's my family, and it affects all of us, especially the children. And me, I am a mama's baby, okay? I am a mama's baby. Anything that upsets my mother, I'm ready to fight. If she feels sad, I become sad. If she's crying, I cry. If she's happy, I'm happy, So there was a lot of conflicts and fights here which were affecting me. I couldn't focus in school because of what is happening here. I couldn't focus on my studies and my books because of what is happening here. And a lot of people are telling me, don't pay attention to it, that's none of your business, you're still a child. I'm like, okay, I'm still young, I'm still a kid, but I can see, for my age, I can see what is going on here. And it's a lot to take in, even when you're a child. So imagine an adult, I know I'm young of age, I know I'm young, but I'm old enough to see what is happening here. So that it tore me up. I was broken, started crying. Most of my depression and anxiety, it was caused by a lot of things besides here, my family. The loss of my father passed away when I was 6 months, and that is not easy for me because I do not know him. I grew up not knowing him. I hear stories about him, but I want him. I want him here. Even that's not possible, but I want him here. It's affecting me a lot, and nobody seems to care, So I had to deal with it on my own and constantly remember him, especially when it's Father's Day or his birthday. I constantly remember him a lot, and then I cry, write sad statuses on my WhatsApp, just posting very sad things, and I was broken. When you tear paper or a glass breaks, that was me. I was angry, I was upset, I was sad, depressed, anxiety. At school, I would not hear what the teacher is saying. I can hear she is teaching. I can hear that she is teaching, but I can't hear what she's saying because I am overthinking in class, and then I am, that thing where your leg, you constantly shake your leg, just, when you're thinking you are not here, and everyone can see that you are not here, and then you are thinking you are daydreaming about very, very horrible things in your mind, scenarios. You're making up scenarios, bad scenarios, horrible scenarios in your mind, and then you miss the whole lesson in class, and then come exams, you don't know what to write. You become, you also stress, you cry, and then it was a lot. And I know I am not the only one who has faced this kind of situation, but in all that I was able to remain strong through my sadness, through my dark days, through my harsh times. I was able to remain strong. So that was in April, May, June day. Then fine, I tried to forget about everything, and not stress myself out, but it wasn't helping. Just these things kept playing with me, going on and on and on, making me feel sad, making myself feel sad and depressed. I just let it took over me. It took over me. There was no swang there. There was no swang. It was just these things. It was just these things. And then I would come here on camera as Pretty V, but inside there was no one. It was these things. There was no one. So that's what was happening, guys. And then sometime in the year, I had forgotten a bit. These things don't go away, just no. I had forgotten, just I was distracted, having a good time, with my friends. You see, with my friends, and then it was fine. Just them distracting me from this sadness and darkness was actually helping me. But, child, came September. Was it September or August? Somewhere there. Yeah, it was what is it? Traditional day. Yeah, it was traditional day. Okay, it was traditional day. We were wearing CVs at school, just wearing your normal clothes, not uniform, or traditional clothes, like your culture, your tradition clothes, your culture, whether you're Zulu, Xhosa, Venda, Tswana, Sepedi, Sotho, Xhosa, all of them. So, and then we had student teachers who were working with our teachers, like teachers. There were teachers and student teachers who were helping teachers. So we had an English student teacher who came to teach us, the lesson of the day. But on that day, we didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. I guess we were about to write exams. So when we're about to write exams, sometimes they just leave us because they have to, set up papers and everything. So we were in class just talking with the teachers. So I would like to say first, guys, words can build and they can destroy. And words are my weakness. Words are my weakness. My weaknesses, words is part of it. Okay? And then, we were talking about something else, and then they brought up this topic. It's a very sensitive topic to me and to a lot of people who are like me. I will explain some other day, but not today, not now. But I will fill you in next time when I'm ready, because I don't know how, if I put this out in the video, I don't know how other people are going to take it, okay? So I will not say it now, but if you figure it out while you're watching the video, that's good, but I will not say it. So they brought up this topic. It was me, my student teacher, English student teacher, my friend, for 2 years. We've been friends for 2 years, and 2 of my classmates who were new, but they got used to us, and then we started hanging out with them. And then, they brought up this topic, which is sensitive to me. Okay? They started judging and saying mean things, and I couldn't take that. They started saying harsh things. I couldn't take that. My friend, whom we've been friends for 2 years, decided to turn. Like, she was supporting me with this thing all these years. She was supporting me, didn't say anything, did not judge me, did not criticize me or anything, did not say harsh things to me. But on that day, she decided to turn. Not to 360, 480, 480 son. What shiga? Why? She came for me and judged me, criticized me, and said harsh things. And straight in my face. I was like, oh, fine. I cried on that day. Everybody went outside to comfort me, so I can calm down, because remember, I had anxiety and I had depression. So after she said those things to me, my mind, I don't know how can I explain it, but my mind, those things came back, everything came back, my mind came back. I almost had a panic attack, I almost had a panic attack. I calmed down. I went into class. I was crying. I was still crying. And I will say, me crying was the worst thing I could have done in front of her, because she was happy. She was satisfied that I am hurting, that I am crying. She even laughed at me. And told me, yeah, so uyakhala. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? You did not just say those things to me, and now you're asking me, I'm crying, and you are laughing at me as my friend, who I trusted and told everything. Like I used to tell her everything when I'm not feeling okay. I tell her I'm not okay, something's going on, da, 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 and she would advise me to do this and this and that, and she would help me and be there for me. Also the same. But on that day, she laughed at me. She looked at me and laughed at me and asked me, so you're crying, Vel? I was like, okay. I was like, my mind was processing. Did that just happen? Okay, did she just do that to me? Out of all people, her did that to me. I hated her. I hated her immediately. I hated her. I couldn't stand her. I didn't want to be close to her. I hated her. I hated her. And then I went home. I forgot about it. I came back home, cried. I let it all out. I cried. And I was mad at her. Like, I was very, very mad. So that day I didn't talk to her same time after she said those things to me and did what she did. So I went home. I cried myself, like, a lot. Not to sleep. I cried. And then I realized that it's true when they say it's not the stab in the back that kills you. It's when you turn around and see the person who's holding the knife. And I had to witness that and experience that. I was like, sharp, ne? Okay. And then some days passed, and I said, no, I can't go down like this. I can't continue like this. Like, I am ngathi ngiyaphela. I am ending. Sibonga is ending. Sibonga is finished. Kids. Anyways, I was like, Sibonga is finished. Like, I cannot. I refuse to go down like this. And this is how I got up, okay? This is how I got up. Where is it? This is how I got up, guys. Not sure if you can see it. This is how I got up. Wait. The Bible. This is how I got up. God. He was there. And he made sure that he was there throughout my whole life. He made sure he was there. He made sure that the situation that I was in, what had happened, I found him there. He was there, and he pulled me out of that situation. So after that, I prayed. And mind you, I didn't know how to pray. But that day, I spoke to God. I spoke to God. I spoke to him, and he listened to me, and he answered me. And the anger I was feeling towards her, he took it away. The hate I had for her, he took it away. I couldn't stand her. Every time I went to class, my face would change when I saw her, when I seen her. My face would change, and then I would just walk away and be alone. And God was like, forgive her. Forgive her. I was like, forgive her? What do you mean? Like, she said those things to me. She destroyed me. Like, what do you mean forgive her? I was like, forgive her. Forgive her. You have to forgive her. You are not doing it for her. You are doing it for yourself. Because when you see her, you get hurt. You are hurting yourself when you see her. You are hurting your heart. So let it go. Forgive her. Forgive her and pray for her. And I did. My anger went away. The hate I had for her went away. And I was able to like be in the same room with her and not feel some type of way. And when her presence is there, I was not angry. I was not afraid. So I did. I forgave her. I prayed for her. I said, God, forgive her. Change her heart. Change her ways. And I can see that she's growing also. And that she will change her ways too. So the whole point is, do not stay mad. Do not stay mad. Do not hurt yourself because of what somebody did to you. Yes, it's painful at that moment, and you wish that person bad things to happen to them, but it's not you. It's not you. It's not. You have to forgive. You have to forgive to set yourself free. And pray for that person, for God to change their ways and their hearts. And that's what I did. And ever since then, so I forgave her and I was able to move on. And then, hold on. And then I was able, I can say that day, that year, that month, God found me. God found me, and I forgot about everything that I was feeling, and I wanted him. And it wasn't a long process, and he had already changed everything inside me. He changed my mind, like my mindset. I stopped overthinking. I stopped being depressed. I stopped having anxiety and panic attacks. Just due to overthinking and crying every time. And then I healed. I was healed. And I was able to move on from that whole situation and focusing on me and God and praying always. And I can say, like, God is amazing, guys. God is amazing. He is amazing. Like, I grew up in church my whole life. I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't know God. I was just there singing along with everyone and praising. When they were praying, I would just look at them because I didn't know how to pray. But then I started to come to him. However I'm feeling, I came to him and I would tell him, and it felt good because he was listening to me. I could pour my heart out to him, and he will not judge me or criticize me or like do anything to hurt me. He's all about love. And I changed my ways also. I was girl, when I tell you, I was doing very bad things. I was doing very bad things, and then turn around and be a good person. I was comfortable in sin. I didn't see anything wrong. I just do what I do because it pleases me, pleases my flesh, and that's the thing. The devil won't attack you while you're still comfortable in sin. He will attack you when you get out of sin and stop sinning and know who you are in Christ. That's when he starts attacking, because he's scared. Because this I didn't know until it was said at church, that when you sin, you're actually growing your sin, you're growing that spirit, and then because you are the one who's doing it, it attaches to you, to your flesh. That's how you die. I was dead in sin. I was dead because of sin. I didn't know what I was doing, but it felt comfortable, even if like it was wrong, but I was comfortable with it because I didn't see nothing wrong. It was sin. So it was attached to me. It was growing. It was growing, and it was attached to my flesh, and I was dead. But then I came back. God found me, and I left those ways. I moved away. And that's when the devil started attacking. Like, he's still attacking me right now. Like, he's still attacking, but I have God, and he's going to fight. He's going to fight for me, because I know I cannot do this by myself. No matter how hard I try, I cannot do this by myself. I have to let God in, and that's what I did. I let him in, and he's fighting for me. Because, guys, the devil cannot win. He cannot win. Not now, not ever. He cannot win. So, I hope whoever's watching this video finds courage and chooses to do right. And just give God a chance in your life. When you see that all is failing, just give God a chance. Give him a chance. Like, you can do your ability. Like, you can do everything by your ability, but let him, and he can do everything in his ability, and you will see the results. You will see them. I saw them. I found happiness. I was happy. I was healed. I gained weight. All my clothes don't fit me anymore. I'm sure you can see in the video that the difference. Like, I gained a lot of weight because of how happy I am that my God is there. He has never left me. He has always been there. It's just that I did not see him, or like, he had to put me in a situation where I can only go to him. He's the one. He is the one who can fix me and heal me and love me. And love me like no one has ever loved me. Like, his love is very amazing. Like, you will not need anything else. He will satisfy you, guys. He will satisfy you. You will not need anything else as long as you have him. And then ever since then, last year, it's been me and God, like, and nothing else. I stopped worrying about outside distractions. I stopped worrying about what people say about me, because people talk, they talk, but don't react. Don't give them the reaction that they want, because you are giving them what they want. You are feeding their energy, feeding them, and you are not helping yourself. You're just destroying yourself and hurting yourself, because you just cry. You just cry and break down and ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Yada 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 yada. Nah. No. God, guys. God. I am emphasizing it. God. If he can do it to me, he can also do it to you too. And I tell all my classmates, I tell them every day. They ask me, why are you so happy these days? I'm like, God. They're like, Swanga, you're changing. I'm like, God. Yeah, the old me. No, that's not me anymore. The one who used to laugh at people for how they dressed, their hairstyle, who used to gossip about people. No, not me anymore. God came in and he took over. You just have to watch. Nizobona ngam, nizobona yena through me. Okay? Yeah, so that's my life. Oh, that's not all, actually. Still standing, guys, though. I'm still standing. So just read your word, pray to God, let him in, and he's gonna handle the rest. You don't have to worry. Okay? So just know that God loves you every day. He's always there. He's there right now. He's there. Whoever you're watching, whoever who's watching, God is there. He's there. You just have to let him in, and everything's gonna be okay. Whatever situation you're dealing with, give it to him. And he will handle it. He will solve it for you. And don't leave either. Don't leave him. After he has done it, don't leave him. Stay with him. Walk with him all the way. Walk with him. Don't leave him. So that's what I want to say to you guys. Just let God in, because he's gonna show you that he's there, and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna find peace. You're gonna heal. God. And then after that, came 2024. Schools open. I'm in grade 11. Oh, we got our reports. I passed. I'm in grade 11 right now. 2024. And January, schools open. Going to school, get our books, learning. February, my birth month. So everything was okay. That time, my uncle, in 2023, my uncle, before Christmas, before December, he was in hospital. So he has been there. He had kidney failure, I think, along with HIV, if I'm not mistaken. But he went to the hospital. He has been getting medication, and he was better, but he was still having some complications. And then he had to go back to hospital, and then we visited him, me and my mother, and he seemed very well. He was fine. He was talking, he was eating, he was sitting, he was standing, and then he spent Christmas in hospital, and then he got out of the hospital. Not came out, child. He got out of the hospital and then came back home, and then everything was fine. He was just fine. And then February, he started to get worse. started to get worse along, I would say on the 5th day, like 5 February, somewhere there. He was getting worse. He couldn't eat. He couldn't get out of bed that much. He was constantly going to the toilet. He had diarrhea. He was constantly going to the toilet, coming back. He couldn't eat. The only thing he could eat was amaheu and porridge. Man, he could only eat amaheu. I'm gonna show it in the screen, and porridge, and then that was all he can eat. And then my birthday was on the 7th of February. It was Wednesday. Went to school, normal day. Everybody wished me a happy belated birthday, and then they sang for me in class, and then it was fine. And then next day passed, and then on the 9th of February, I went to school, and then I came back late at like 8 o'clock there PM. I was in my mom's room. I was dancing, just doing dances here on my phone. There were dance videos, so I was just dancing. And then I hear my auntie crying. So I got out, and he was like, my sister drank alpirin poison, the rat poison. She drank it. Okay. And then my baby brother was crying, so I was trying to keep him quiet, and then they took my sister to the hospital. When they got there, they put her on machines, sucking out the poison, and everything. And my sister was like, he was fainting and like almost about to die. So after my mom came back, he was making mashed potatoes for my uncle. She came back and was like, I didn't know that she was making mashed potatoes, and then she came back. She dished them in a small bowl to take them to my uncle so that he can eat, because he couldn't eat anything solid, like meat, rice, and all those things. He could only eat like something soft. So she made him mashed potatoes, and she took it to his shack. So when she opened the door, she found my uncle. She tried to wake him up. So his eyes were open, and then he was laying face up. His eyes were open, and his hands were like this. And he wasn't wearing anything. He only had those men shorts that they put under, those long ones that had like scotch lines, those things. And his hands were like this, and he was facing up. His eyes were open. She tried to wake him up. He didn't wake up. Tried multiple times. No response. And then she came running in the house. I was like, Mama, what's going on? And she was like, Umalume akavugi. I'm like, Malume akavugi. I ran to his shack. I saw him. His eyes were open. I saw him. I called out my other uncle. I was panicking, like I was like, Malume gcina kavuki. He came out and went to the shack. My mom came outside the gate and called out my auntie, my other auntie. Guys, I have many aunties, ne? It only differs in umamkhulu, umamncane. It only differs in age, who's older than my mother. So she's older than my mother. Ngimbiza mamkhulu. And then she went to get her. She was crying. I was calling an ambulance. While I was calling an ambulance, everybody came out. Everybody in the street came out because my mom was crying and they were wondering what's going on. So they came out. I was calling an ambulance. As I was calling the ambulance, the phone was ringing. it was ringing, and then I just broke down. I screamed and I cried. They took my phone. The person took my phone, was talking to the whatever lady who was responsible for emergencies. She was talking to her. I was crying. No, Pastor, my mother was crying, and they were trying to keep me quiet, you know. My sister's friend was covering my mouth. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't tell, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't tell Guti ungivala umlomo and angona ukuphefumula because I was crying. So she kept covering my mouth. I couldn't breathe. I removed her head. She put it back. She covered me again, and I just decided to keep quiet because if I did not if I haven't kept quiet, she would have still covered my mouth and I couldn't breathe. So I just kept quiet. They put me back in the house, and we all sat there. My mom's sister, my mom has many sisters. Woman cool Lunai. She came, they called her, she came, and she was like, she found people, and she was like, what's going on? Kwenzakalani? Why nonke nagcwala lana? Kwenzakalani? And we're like, no, my uncle passed away. They were like, your brother passed away. She cried. She cried, she cried, and we went to Yushek. We sat with him until the I don't know, the paramedics, you know, the people, those people who come and check if the person is dead or not. So they checked him and they said he's dead. And then we had to call the people who work at the mortuary to take his body and take him to the mortuary. They came. One of the person who works there is one of my family members. She came. They took my uncle, put him in the van, and took him to the mortuary. And then we were left there crying. My sister got back from the hospital, came back home, and they told her and her mother, because my sister's mother went with her to the hospital. So they stayed there when my mom came back from the hospital to finish off her mashed potato that she was cooking. So they came back and they told them my uncle passed away. And then I called my other sister and I told her what happened, and that was it for that night. And my uncle passed away on his wife's birthday. His wife passed away in 2018, you know, and then November, I think, yeah. So my uncle passed away on his wife's birthday, and they had kids, so their kids came before the funeral. They came they came on a Friday, which was the day they bought my uncle's body here at home in a coffin. So they came here, they saw their father, and they had two kids. One is 10, 11 if I'm not mistaken. The one is 6, 7 there. So the younger one, who's 6, 7, was crying a lot. When it was time to see their father. You know, they open the box and then you have to see the person. And he cried. They are both boys. He cried. And the older one was like, he was quiet. He seemed confused and didn't know what was happening. I'm like, yeah, this is real. This is real. The kids no longer have parents. This is real. Like, he's gone. My uncle is gone, and he's not coming back. You know. So that was the hardest moment in my life. That year, we lost my uncle, but I was able to remain strong. We were able to remain strong. You know, we do miss him a lot, and after his funeral, I was not okay. I had a dream about not that he was not there in the dream, but there were people, gathering, they were celebrating, and then umamfundisi, let me just say it in Zulu, umamfundisi wasesontweni lami, she was like to me, your uncle's okay, you don't have to worry about him, like he's fine. And I know that was him telling me that he's okay, he's fine. So then I was fine, because I was worried. Is he okay where he is? You know, as a person, you do have those moments where you ask yourself, like, is that person okay where he is? You know, what's happening? You know, and then like he came in the form of another person, and he told me he's okay, he's fine, we don't have to worry, he's fine. So then I was fine, so we moved on, you know, and that was it for my life. I continued to stay with God. And then there was Good Friday. I didn't vlog for Good Friday like I did last year, but it was amazing that day. I can say, like, the Holy Spirit came. You know what happens when you are praying, you know, though, like that prayer, yeah, those who know. If you don't know, forget about it. Nyatlala, don't forget about it, but I will explain how it is. You know, Good Friday was there. I like the theme that they had set up. It was Jeremiah 18, back to the potter's house. You know, still got it, child, back to the potter's house. And there's a verse that says that the pots broke in the hands of the potter, but the potter used the same pieces and made another beautiful pot. So it says that even when you break, God will build you. When you break, God would build you into something very beautiful than it was before. How people see you, God will build you. What people think about you, God will build you into something very, very beautiful. So that was the theme. And then recently it was June 16, you know, it was June 16 Youth Day. We celebrated Youth Day. So I went to church 3 days. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On the 14, 15, and then the 16th June was on Sunday. So we were in church all of these 3 days. And then we had a youth conference. Friday, it was we were at 6 p.m. We went to church and we prayed, you know, that day. We read the word of God, and the theme was Mshumayeli. I don't know how to say it in English, guys. Big words are very let me see it back here. Ecclesiastes. I hope I'm saying it right. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1, where it says, remember the Lord in the days of your youth, before evil times come. So that was the thing, that we should remember God in the days of our youth, because evil times are coming, guys. Evil times are coming, and we don't want to regret. We don't want to have any regrets. So remember the Lord, remember God in the days of your youth. I am telling you, the person who's watching this, whether you are 57 years old, whether you are 14, whether you are 20, whether you are 21, remember God. The world is rough. The world is rough. So that was our theme. I had a great time. So that was the happiest day of my life. And ever since then, life life is fine. Like, I am happy. I do not feel any, like, I don't know, what can I say, like any sadness or anything. I'm just happy with my God, you know, just reading my Bible and finding happiness. Just being happy and being healed by God is amazing. You know, just walking with Him I'm walking with him, and it's amazing. I am happy. I am so happy, and I hope that you can also find God and work with God, or let God find you, because he's gonna find you. And when he finds you, you have to stick with him all the way. Do not leave him, do not go ahead of him, do not leave him behind. Just walk with him, right beside him. Walk when a son, you like uzoba rights. You'll be fine, you'll be happy, you'll feel blessed, like he is there, guys. I have nothing much to say except allow God in your life. Make him your leader, make him your author. Just God. There's nothing more to say. God, guys, God. So that has been my life. That's my life update. I am very happy. I am extremely full of joy in my heart, and I pray that it stays that way, and I do not turn to anybody else besides God. That's what I'm emphasizing for my life. Just pure happiness and God in my life. Let him be my leader, and watch him handle every situation that I come across with, because he's there. You will find him there in that situation. You'll find him there. So for me, guys, if you want any advice, like God, might as well call me crazy, but I mangibe crazy ngento ekhona. That is real and true God. So that's my life updates, guys. And I hope that whoever is watching, who has been in the same situation as me, even as a young girl or teen at that you will come across situations where you cannot handle them on your own. It's too much for you. But there is a person who will carry that burden for you, who will pick you up when you fall, who will mend your heart. There is that person. So guys, from me, just love and happiness and joy into your lives, and whoever's watching this. And remember to be kind towards others and love each other. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Do not be mean to people. Be kind to people. Help everybody. Not like help everyone. Do not help those who help you. So that's it, guys. For me, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell for another video. And for me, there's still more to come. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell for another video. And see you next time, everybody. Miss Bongagonke. Bye. Not Pretty V. Not Pretty V. So bye, guys.
Can't focus on me.